New party features, minion changes, new heroes, patch notes. What's up, nerds? So patch 18.2 brings some interesting changes starting on September 8th. And we'll start from the top, and also the most interesting aspect of the patch notes: Battlegrounds Parties. Players will be able to queue up for Battlegrounds matches with more than one other player. Battlegrounds Parties will allow groups of players to queue Battlegrounds together, and it supports a full lobby for private games. A full lobby for private games. So we'll touch on that in a second. But for now, let's talk about how 4 players will be able to queue up for a normal ranked match together. Call me a worrywart, call me a little bitch, but I think that's not the best idea. I feel like that is ripe for exploit. I guess we're all operating under the honor system here, huh? But 8-player non-ranked lobbies, that is awesome. Now there's an opportunity for people to host private games and put on their own tournaments. A very cool feature, and hopefully we'll be seeing some independent Battlegrounds tournaments in the future. So I guess we take the good with the bad. And then 3 new heroes. They will be released on September 22nd. It does say earlier release for those with the perks, so I'm guessing a week before that, probably the 15th. The first is Lord Bearoff. His hero power is Friendly Wager. Guess which players will win their next combat. If they win, get 3 coins. So I'm assuming you get the option of 3 different heroes and then pick the one you think is most likely to win that next fight. So every time you win, you get a net gain of 2 gold. Upon first thought, I don't think he'll be strong enough to be a top tier hero. Let's say you're in a game that lasts 14 turns, and you hero power 8 of those 14 turns, and you win 6 of those 8. You'll get 18 gold in coins, but will have had to invest 8 gold with your hero power, so you get a net gain in 10 gold throughout the game. Really not that big of a net gain. Although it's probably best to start hero powering right away on turn 2, it's most likely pretty easy to determine who will win and who will lose that fight on turn 2, so getting that extra 3 gold could be that strong start you need to snowball the match. Interesting risk reward type of hero. I probably have to think about him a little bit more to determine where he'll actually land up on the tier list, but I don't think he'll be consistent enough to be an S or an A tier hero. My bet is that he'll probably be a solid C. I guess we'll just have to wait and see though. Get it? Wait and see? Yeah, okay, I'm moving on. Jandis Bear. Swap, lock, and shop it.
Toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. Once you pop, lock it for me, girl, get low.
Swap a friendly non-golden minion with a random one in Bob's Tavern. Oh boy, Bran and Jandis will be BFFs. Think about having a menagerie build, and there's some jugs that you can grab in the shop. You can then hero power the jugs, they'll go back into the shop, and then you can grab the jugs again. But also it allows you to high roll early buy phases. Think about having your token start, and then on turn 3 having 3 strong tier 2 minions in the shop. You can hero power your token, and then sell off the Tidehunter or Alley Cat and buy 2 other minions. If you high roll, you could have 3 strong minions to start. I'm unsure exactly where she'll be, but I do think she'll be pretty strong. I'd probably put her in the B tier for now, but hey, maybe she's strong enough to be in the A tier. Or maybe even there's some scenarios that I'm not seeing and she's a true S tier hero. I do see a lot of possibilities with her though, and I do think she'll be strong. And on to Forest Warden Omu. Some would call Marvel because Blizzard is ripping them off. His hero power is Everbloom. After you upgrade Bob's Tavern, gain 2 gold this turn only. And I think this will allow him to have a strong early start. But I do expect him to fall off mid-game. I put him in the C tier, probably high C or low B tier. I could be wrong though, there could be situations where you level and are able to pick up a solid minion from your tier you just leveled up to and get some big power spike turns, allowing you to power level the coming turns and snowball the lobby. I do think you'll have to play fast, you'll have to play aggressive with him, otherwise you won't be playing to his strengths. I see him a little bit stronger than Lord Bearoff, but probably around the same power level. And then on to minion changes. The first is the introduction of Micro Mummy, and really this is a replacement for Mecharoo. He looks to be a solid tier 1 minion, reborn, and the 1 attack buff at the end of your turn. Good change since Mecharoo was pretty garbage, but nothing too impactful. And then Pack Leader, nerfed already. And be honest, this is a bit of a head scratcher for me. pack later never seemed that broken to where it needed 2 nerfs. So pack leader's attack was reduced from 3 to 2, but also the attack buff it gives when you summon a beast was reduced from 3 to 2. I think they could have just reduced the attack buff and left the attack of the minion at 3, and that would have been enough. Beast didn't seem a huge issue early game and mid game, but hey, Blizzard doesn't just implement changes based on what's happening in high rank lobbies, they look at the game as a whole, which they should. So maybe the data showed it wasn't an issue for high rank lobbies, but it's very possible it was too strong for those mid and lower ranked ones. I don't know. But hey, I'm excited for this patch. I'm excited for the introduction of the 8-player lobbies mostly. We should see some cool smaller tournaments, streamer hosted games, and things of that nature in the future. Also pretty excited for the new heroes. Really excited for Jandis. I see a lot of cool scenarios for her hero power. And as for the minion changes, whatever, nothing too exciting. Overall, some cool things coming in the Battlegrounds though. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your games. Godspeed, nerds.